Welcome back, everybody, to the world of Ushulminbaz, the realm of enchanting, and the fortress of Okbod-Tharnas, Doomslayer. A process that we're at the end of Chapter 5. I know, it's been wild, and just the fact that Toby Fox literally said that, you know, we're done with the fun and, you know, the wacky hijinks now, and that Chapter 6 is going to be serious business. I'm like, I am wondering just what the hell he meant by that. So last time we left off, we had just been approached by Goblins. They want to parley. And you know what? If that will help us avoid loss of life, there's no harm in hearing out their petition. And whilst their petition is ongoing, let's get training up some of these grizzly bears. Okay, just need one more. So, time to start assigning grizzly bears. You've got a bear. You need a bear. It's like another viral media, the beginning hijinks were a ruse for a deeper story, and sure. But you know what, Ash? If it takes you over 1,000 pages to get to that deeper story, then maybe it's just not worth getting to. Okay. I'm going to give our chief medical dwarf a grizzly bear. Okay, Kate has one. This guy needs one. Ash is talking about Kingdom Hearts, obviously. Sure. Yep, probably. I choose to believe that that's what she was bringing up. Is that audio? Okay, it's just, okay, there we go. I was wondering, just like, where the hell is the music? Suddenly gets hit by music. Okay, okay. So look at the trees. Trees are really coming in. If we have to hole ourselves up here, we will at least have fuel. So actually, yeah, we'll cut down half of these and hope that the elves don't get too mad at us. Let's see, Cherry Cokes has a patch. Hi Lilith, how you doing? It's good to see you. I know that you've been quite busy with real life, so it's lovely to see you in again. Tired, relatable. All right, go out there and meet your new owners. We find out who snitches. In what respect? It seems as though the goblins have found some of the zombie wildlife. Also, the fact that they have to go all the way around the river and, you know, end up going through one layer of weapon traps, one layer of cage traps. Actually, I think there might be 2 layers of cage traps, more cage traps, and then more weapon traps. They've picked a really bad position to attack us from. Unless, of course, they decide to use some of these bricks to build a bridge. A 5-kilometer run? Holy shit. If you pass, you get to play War Thunder in real life. Well, just don't go leaking any documents. Okay, this asshole here just has a copper morning star and no armor. But look at this troll. This troll is armed with an iron great pick. there are actually some dwarves that are capable of using great picks, and they have to be very strong. But if they do it, then they can make mad progress when it comes to when it comes to dealing with just like any kind of rock. See, your ass did have a story about that, but you shouldn't say what you saw. Good. Don't tell me what you saw. I don't need to know your military secrets. It's like that. It's like one of the jokes that I tell about being in the healthcare industry. I know I've told it before, but it's kind of a classic, which is knock knock. Who's there? HIPAA. HIPAA who? I can't tell you. It was a crazy oh wow. You know, it seems like there are a lot of like weirdly racist fanboys, and also
boing, boing,
fanboys that have access to military secrets. And, you know, this kind of overlap can serve to basically, you know, and like in an effort to impress their, you know, the people in their Discord. Like that tends to be like the #1 reason people end up leaking military secrets on Discords, is basically wanting to impress their fellow like Discord users. Wasn't much like that? Ah, fair enough. I know not every story is the same, of course. Oh, okay. It looks like they may not be interested in Parlay anymore. Okay, well, this guy definitely wants to go to a meeting. He is big Angie. See what the cavern does. It unlocks the data organization battles. All right. We're gonna bring up more goods, because these dwarves have stuff that will help us in this siege. That elf monster slayer is leaving. Probably now is as good a time as any for a visitor to get the hell out of here. Okay, another weapon trap is done. I'm gonna start just sprinkling weapons traps here in a way that like trade caravans can get around, but zombie animals cannot. Because I'm tired of zombie animals just, you know, savaging so many of my workers. And that's partly why I've got these weapon traps set up here now, and why there's so many bits of, like, zombie foxes all over the place there. We are just outsourcing, we're outsourcing the destruction of zombies to automation. Because sometimes there are things that you don't want to expose your dwarves to. And an unlimited tide of zombie woodland creatures is one of them. I do not see any. These dwarves are fully happy with getting some gloves made of wolfman leather. Not wolf leather, wolfman leather. So just like an anthropomorphic, you know, wolf that's an intelligent creature. And it's just like, it came from goblins. We did not make it personally.
That's what they all say.
Mm. Now, the elf bone stuff, yeah, we definitely made that. But those were zombies, so when we killed them, so that's okay. You may see why I'm so interested in trading with these fine dwarves from the mountain home. They brought jabberers with them. I gotta get my hands on those giant birds. I will trade a great deal for the giant purple murder birds. I forget exactly how long it takes a jabberer to make it to adulthood, but like having a stable breeding population of those would probably be really helpful. They'll be able to help with civilian defense. By the end of this, like, hopefully every adult dwarf in Doomslayer will have a war animal of their own just to protect themselves. If you're wondering why not the children too, the system does not currently allow you to assign war or hunting animals to children. And before you say it, Ash, no, I'm not giving them immortal god toads. If you wanna give everything immortal god toads on your stream, you can create your own. You can do your own channel. Create a fortress called Enog, 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 Frog, the frog of frogs. Hi Sid, how you doing? And hello, Mystic. I hope you're doing well today. You're gonna say, see, I know my audience. I know what y'all think. A Donner Party musical? Jesus.
Hello!
Thank you for the 5-stream streak. I appreciate your continued nudity. Black bronze amulet. That's not ours, but we'll sell it all the same. Or rather, we didn't make it, but we probably got it off of someone. I would remember if I made that. Plus, it's got a white text indicates that we didn't create it. Yellow indicates that we did create it. Hi Sid, how you doing? Yeah, where is my delicious egg?
Delicious egg.
What happened to it? Thank you for the headpads. Okay, Mix It Up is on. I don't know why it's not doing the thing. Okay, well. Okay, they've also brought cave dragons, which are very cool. They've brought a shitload of oh my god, how many? Okay. This changes everything. This platinum flask, that's going right into their pockets. This platinum figurine, absolutely. Yep, we're gonna give them everything. Hi Archangel, thank you. I hope you're doing well. There are goblins outside, and we are eager to protect ourselves. Should mix it up. Yeah, is messing it up. Yeah, I don't blame Mix It Up too much because they have they're a small number of people just trying to make something that helps VTubers, and they don't have any big sponsors, so
Trans right. Damn it.
hell yeah. Ooh, this gold crown is well decorated. Just giving them every last craft in the entire fortress. At least most of them. I don't particularly care if you do make one, Ash. You can make a Donner Party musical if you want. It'll be fun for the whole family. I hear it's really popular with humanitarians. Okay. See, most of this is just the kind of stuff that we want to get rid of in order to, you know, just kind of so that the game isn't keeping track of it all the time. And to help with trade relations. And then we get down to the good stuff, our stacks on stacks on stacks of iron bolts. Hi, Aquakimmy, how you doing? Ooh, the platinum crafts are making bank here. Okay, more cave dragons, more jabberers. But eventually, we might not even be able to buy all this stuff with the sheer amount of trade coming in. And to think, once upon a time, we were almost done with trade as a concept because of just how dangerous it was to go out there with, you know, migrants and trade caravans all being just completely devoured by the zombie wildlife. Boo, Ash, boo. Oh yeah, the divine metal sock that we cannot use. Okay, here we go. Now we're down to the good stuff. So many, they brought so many jabberers. All right, now we have to just give them everything and hope that there's enough. If necessary, we can take away like 1 or 2 jabberers. Bunch of iron crowns, different crafts of all sorts. Okay, okay. We'll give back a couple of the jabberers, one of the cave dragons. Will you accept that? Okay, fine. Okay. We'll take away 1 more cave dragon. Okay, cool. We have picked up a bunch of cave dragons. We have more coming. Time to bring up more stacks of iron bolts. Frog napping the frogs and holding them for ransom. Would that be effective for Ash, or would she just say, nah, he's a pain in the ass, you can keep him? Especially once he starts shitting everywhere. Jakers of Doomslayer is sneaking an extra drink to Space Pants of Doomslayer. Oh no, I guess that's what happens if you get a bartender who will just kind of slip people drinks. Like, I'll tell you when I've had enough. Well, you haven't told me, so have more. Also, we're starting to recruit more dwarves into a military here. The Diamond Swamps are a new squad. And they will be they'll be training in here. Wait, actually, or will they? Hang on. Okay, yeah, they're currently socializing. But yeah, the Teamsters just got done with using this barracks, so now they now they're ready to. Now a different squad is ready to occupy it. They may look like they're well equipped, for sure. But that doesn't mean they're ready for combat yet. They are incredibly amateur. Like, each of these dwarves is basically fresh out of civilian life. They'll be starting off in a way better position than any of our other dwarves before this, but they are not ready to hold off a siege. And the boss, my minions do all the work in animal husbandry. Praise Aitor, absolutely. God, it was really cool showing off the artwork of Aitor over the past, like during that Dwarf Fortress stream. It was very cool.
.wav.
Hi Renata, how you doing? Okay, more dragons, more jabberers. Oh, I can only afford 2 more dragons and a jabberer. Maybe. Okay, they're fine with that. Thank you for the head pads. How you doing today, Renata? Yeah, I hope you're keeping a close eye on Penny. I know that she probably needs to rest. She is, Penny is currently in the middle of a donathon and probably pushing herself way harder than she should. Uh-oh. Tana has been found dead. What the hell killed him? Oh, that's a zombie Draltha. Was this guy killed by the zombie Draltha? Yes. Yes, he was. Okay, yep, let's get the military down there. Dralthas are normally not that big a deal because, like, typically they tend to be quite passive, you know, they're like very passive herbivores. But when it becomes a zombie, that's a different matter. Oh, geez. Oh, it is just murdering dwarves down here. You know what? We just started out here. Now, Archangel is dead, contorted in fear. Oh, it's this ghost. Ah, son of a bitch. Well, Archangel, are you here? Do you want to spend points on reviving yourself? Okay, wait. Is a slab engraved? No slabs engraved. I am glad that the latest patch allows for engraving memorials, and it like prioritizes by who actually needs a slab, like who has turned into a ghost, who needs to be resurrected. Oh wow, the zombie wildlife has been actually working out in our favor. This is a bunch of troll blood. Okay, I know I saw Archangel here earlier, so I'm just gonna wink. You're just gonna have to live with the trauma, though. Brains for the herbivore zombie. Look at those jabberers. Very happy to have those. Speaking of which, let's get those trained up. And we're gonna set up a whole extra section just for the cave dragons. Actually, you know what? That's a nice idea and all, but actually no. It would be good to have a separate place for them to just be out, so we can like pen them somewhere and train them. But yeah, we are not going to rely on getting many cave dragons, because cave dragons are incredibly expensive, and it also takes them roughly 1,000 years for them to reach full size. Which means that for the most part, since this world is only 622 years old, in order to have a cave dragon reach maximum size, it would basically have to be literally prehistoric. Okay, this one is the vengeful ghost that's scaring people to death. I want to prioritize that one. Okay, the merchants look like they're leaving. Or at least they're going to be leaving soon. We are now quite knowledgeable about grizzly bear trainers. Good. That flail got dropped. Oh, Oh, a bunch of zombie wolfmen spawned on this part of the map. Looks like the zombies are finally doing us some good. All right, dwarves, we have okay. The merchants are leaving. Get in the burrow, and we're gonna hole up. Oh. I want everyone inside. Then once we're inside, we're gonna lock the gates, and we are going to I'm gonna make rude gestures at them. Oh, some elf dancer is visiting. Not right now. We're not gonna risk that. Okay, we're all locked up. We're all safe and secure. Okay, Ghost the Engineer is put to rest. We've struck orthoclase. Why were we digging so far down again? I forget. Oh, right. I was gonna try and build a pump stack. But then I realized, you know, building a pump stack would be an incredible amount of work for not a whole lot of payoff. Oh, Planter is fighting a zombie left hand. Okay, okay. Is this guy okay if I bring him back? Oh, no, nope, he is very much a zombie. Okay. Okay, I see the problem. We had a door open to the caverns. Oh, hey, here's one of our plump helmet men. Helping shore up the defenses. I don't know if these things actually get hungry. Does anyone know if plump helmet people get hungry? Let's find out. Plump helmet man.
Plump helmet?
Yes, the mushroom people.
Okay, sure.
We've been over this.
Sure.
You made the same joke out when I mentioned them previously.
I don't remember this, but okay.
Okay. So let's see. They have no mouth, nose, eyes, or ears, but they can still see through extra vision. They can apparently live for several seasons while submerged in 7/7 magma. And they possess the No Thought Center for Movement token, which means that their limbs do not need to be connected to a brain in order to function. So they don't actually have a central nervous system that can be targeted. which is honestly really cool and quite accurate to real life. Oh, okay. He's drinking. Oh, she's drinking. Yeah, she's just apparently just maybe she just pours the wine directly over her head and just slurps it up with her roots. Mycelium? God, where's Transfem when you need her? Just making some more rooms down here. It seems that the goblins will not have a time to parley. E? You okay there, Renetta? And congratulations on doing all of the on the donathon. It must be really exciting. Mushrooms have gills under their caps. Oh, okay. Okay, it says that the merchants have embarked, but just kind of hanging around. Meanwhile, the zombies continue to get pecked away at by the local wildlife. If any of those trolls bleeds to death, they will end up coming back as a zombie, and then they will be more dangerous to their fellow goblins. Seems to me like all we have to do is wait. Oh shit, our trade broker is locked out there. Okay. Get your ass back in here. There we go. Who's haunting the fortress? Sigan, Ilral, Endog. And yeah, now, like I said, it puts it directly at the top here. You get to see who needs it most. So you can just straight up prioritize the construction of that particular slab. Oh, hell yeah, Tara. I love that for you. Okay. We have any more metal objects to melt? Oh, we do. There we go, yeah. Let's get those smelted up. And yes, Ash has sent me a majestic looking picture of Lenny the frog. Okay, it's time for meds, everyone.
I'll let you raid my channel any day.
Hi, Lucy. How you doing? Hydrangea might be love it. What you up to? What are you streaming today? For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked, and today we're playing some Dwarf Fortress. What were you streaming today? Would love to hear more. Oh, okay. So Hydrangea, but you're also playing streamed a visual novel called Hydrangea, a Hanahaki psychological horror. Okay. You know, I used to say that I don't do horror, but the more that I've streamed different things, it feels more and more like that's not the case anymore. Uh-oh. Asob Kirkubuk is possessing. We've got a full-on ghost possession up here. Okay. Let's get everybody. Let's get people the slab that they need and put them to rest. Main character is getting abused, and the Hanahaki flowers are a good metaphor, to be honest. Ah, okay. The Hanahaki is a metaphor. What is a Hanahaki though? Like I'm calling my weeb credentials into question here. Yeah, I've done Funga 1 and 2, Look Outside, Pathologic 2, and Pathologic 3, which are, you know, survival and suspense horror more than like traditional horror. Unrequited love causing you to cough up flowers. Oh, okay. I've never heard of this. Hana is flower, and then Haki is... I do not know. Uh-oh. Okay, the ghostly tan has been put to rest. What about the, okay, do we have the slab for the other ghost? I assume Haki is onomatopoeia for cough? Probably. Okay. Get that slab up. Last thing we need is more ghost possession. You know, even though there's a certain tedium to melting down all of the stuff that that enemies bring with them, there's definitely a cool kind of trend that you can see. Because like, I've made a whole bunch of stuff out of copper because there's a lot of, you know, enemies bringing copper stuff directly to the fortress. Okay, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely something to that, especially when you think about you know, obviously like nobody wants to see all the nasty like coughing stuff, but then if it's like literal flowers, then I suppose there is something more romantic to that. It looks like the zombies have done the majority of the work for us. And since our dwarves are locked away, well, when the dwarves are away, the vampires will play. In particular, game plan for tonight, we are breaking the siege that has befallen us. Okay, the merchants are gone. Do I have the new update? I do. This world does not have any dinosaurs in it, though. I made this one. I made this world before the dwarves had a before the that update came out. What am I meaning to graveyard shift? Let's have a look at your dwarf, shall we? Barango is a master lasher now. And you know what? We need to get you a pet. We'll get you one of these jabberers, because jabberers are very cool. Violence indeed. We'll take a look and see what kind of weapon you have here. One sec. Oh yes, you have the goblin artifact scourge. This is a silver scourge. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. This object menaces with spikes of Molmarian bone. If you don't remember what a Molmarian is, imagine a centaur, but it has the top half. It has the bottom half of a naked mole rat, and the top half of a naked mole rat man. So, not exactly pretty to look at. Don't those do slash damage? I think scourges do a mix. Let's take a look. Scourge. The fact that it's an artifact makes it better, though. Yeah, Mole Rat Tor. Hi, Minkus. How you doing? Wiki is currently chugging a little. Maybe. Lasha, I see what you did there. Oh, hey. That Goblin Scholar is leaving. Okay. Here come our Dwarves of Cursed Blood. Cave toads are just giving birth like crazy. Yeah, Fornea was, exhausted after today, so... Oh, hey, more zombie wolfmen? Okay, let's go. This whole siege is just getting torn apart by the environmental hazards of this place. Now they understand why it is foolish to come to this place. Because you're not just fighting the dwarves. You're fighting the things that we've been fighting all this time. Neri, where the fuck is your hammer? Why do you have no goddamn hammer? Why did two of our vampire dwarves not have hammers? Alright, this is untenable. Alright. I'm going to seal off the Enclave, and then we're going to make sure that this... Okay, we're going to make some... No, not maces. Weapon, silver, warhammer. We're going to specifically put them here in the Vampire Forge, so that once we lock this back up, we can just have people come over, we can just have the vampires come over and help themselves. Still, they only outnumber us like 2 to 1 now.
Hello? It's a raid.
Hi there, Lucio. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked, and right now our vampire dwarves are gonna beat up some goblins who are laying siege to us. Bonk, bonk, bonk. These vampires are all legendary warriors, so the fact that some of them forgot to bring their hammers should not be that big a deal. Okay. It was, in fact, not that big a deal. So, in addition to the bars they brought for the battering ram, they brought a lot of blocks to try and overwhelm us by building bridges and such. We're gonna select all of their stuff to be melted down. How was your Dwarf Forge stream though? You caught two Paraceratherium cows. I assume that, yeah, based off of the naming convention, those must be like some of the new extinct creatures, right? And like 3 calves? Hell yeah. It sounds like you're having a good time. I hope your folks will be comfortable here in the cocktail lounge. The Fortress of Doomslayer is a fun one, and I hope that that you'll enjoy your stay. This place is set on a reanimator biome, and the dwarves here are hoping to get a glorious death. And several of them are vampires. Diplomat could not meet and has left unhappy. Okay, we have made a whole bunch of steel armor here just to keep our armor smiths doing good shit. Jamie is making masterpiece steel spears. Love that for her. Okay. All right, we've got these warhammers slated to be built relative to the rhinoceros. Okay, very cool. Okay, how good a weaponsmith are you? You're adept. Okay, not bad. Why did you stop? Need refined coal? We've been making refined coal out the wazoo. How do we not have access to refined coal? Are you joking? Alright, time for more charcoal then. Short trunks, at least in DF? Okay. I love seeing evolution at work. Okay, the tarnished stars are all currently out. Okay, you know what? Since they just attacked us, why don't we send out the vampires here on a little revenge? Go on. Help yourselves to the blood of the goblins. Native silver and native gold in the same place. Cool. Yeah. This will give everybody time to prepare stuff for when they for while they're gone. Look at this. The Teamsters are doing exactly what they should be doing. They are working on bringing up the stone to the upper levels. Because they have no other jobs to do. That means that they are just they are focused on making sure that these stockpiles are full. All right. Screw what the elves think. We're cutting down the rest of these trees. We are going to need more... We're going to need more mushrooms. There's a bunch more trees down on this level, too. I'm almost tempted to set up some forges here. Make use of the magma that's down here. But I would need to make like an absolutely safe route to the like directly to this forge, and then Like, maybe set up residence there? I don't know. How's Minkus doing? Good question. Let's check in on... Okay, so despite everything, he is doing really well for himself. It looks like he does want some alcohol, though, and he does appear to have just blown through his entire stockpile. Okay. We are definitely having a bit of a fuel shortage in Doomslayer right now. Okay, we've got some spare fuel. I'm gonna order some of that lignite burned. And we've got some bituminous coal here, so let's make use of that. Make some patches for rooms, and hopefully we will find more coal in the process. Oh, you know what? There's lignite and bituminous coal down here. We're just gonna dig that up. Also, okay, so we're gonna lock those hatches because I don't want anything getting up out of them. Last thing we need is for like a magma crab or a fire imp to crawl up through there. The Tarnished Stars have returned from their raid upon the fortress of gnarled spiders. Where? What's up, Barango? Alright, we attacked... Ooh. Thank you for the delicious egg, which is back now. Let's see what we got. Okay. Ari is, as ever, the tactical genius. Looks like we've got a goblin struck down, an elf who was there for some reason. I think Ungod was the... Let's see, who was the one who was defending? Stozu Thorn Curses. Okay. They've got plenty of elves there, it seems. Ari's just killing people here. Ooh, Shiloh Jack has gained a full title. Shiloh Jack of Doomslayer, hammer pulls the Armored Roses of Proliferating. What a title. I'm gonna send that to let's send that to Shiloh Jack. Neri has become the Sanctuary of Jewels. Let's see, Aerith Blockade trusses the Escorted Ripper of Clarity. Ooh, I like that. Jack is the goat, absolutely. Looks like we clashed with 9 goblins and slew them. We searched it. We searched gnarled spiders. We found the masked lovebird woman the easy way. Let's see. Shiloh found Beyond the Author. We found the trenches, natural or supernatural. And I sang Brightness, a whole bunch of books. My Friend Sound, The Birth of Bitterness.
I need to collect the tools.
Meshes, whatever the hell that is. New Masked Lovebird Man, a treatise on the Lesser Adoration. And then we rampaged throughout the whole place. Hell yeah. Zelda's on the move again. Alright, dwarves. you know as well as I that that no self-respecting dwarf can go without alcohol. So we are going to make sure that Minkus has plenty. Jesus Christ, how many cave toads are here? It does indeed help them get through the working day. There are too many toads here. I don't give a shit. Who's up for some giant cave toad leather? There we go. We'll dye it up good and fancy in all sorts of cool colors. Because unfortunately, we do not seem to be able to geld them. We cannot attach them. They are not available as like war pads. Why not sell them? I don't see a trade caravan here that's trying to buy them. Their penises are ungeldable. Apparently, well, it would be their testicles that would be ungeldable. I love the art for the cave toads now, right? Look at these derpy looking motherfuckers. I've got balls of steel. Okay, now that the siege is over, I'm gonna get some of our siege operators practicing. Okay. Minkus is getting mead and whatever drink out of fruit and plants we can make. Relations over here is helping out with the digging. Damn, look at Relations has a whole wardrobe here. She's got socks, she's got trousers, she's got rings, she's got amulets, she has got shoes, she's wearing 2 crowns. Like an absolute girl boss.
Hey, just so you know, I'm gonna go lurk now.
Alright, thank you for lurking. Hope you have a good night. Let's see, Sid is currently taking part in an individual combat drill. Is content being near a waterfall. She's had some cool booze lately. Horrified reliving being attacked by the dead. But is feeling satisfied on making herself a more powerful military dwarf. And she prays to our dwarven god of justice, Bisol. The word Bisol means peace or peaceful. Cherry Cokes has created a masterpiece giant cave toad skull totem. Okay, you know what? I like that. Okay, it looks like Minkus is currently socializing. It's got a shitload of... Oh, you know what? You know what? We don't even need to have someone make booze for him. We can give him some work to do. Okay, we've got three stacks of charcoal here. We've got some silver. So let's give him some work to do. Make a silver warhammer. And we'll also put in a farming workshop. So that he can start processing all these plants. And then he can turn the plants into booze. So we don't even need other people to make booze for him. He can be handy capable all by himself. Alright, let's see. Child Lenny is 16 years old. To think, this little fucker here I think was born in the fortress. Either that or was like one of the early migrants. And like is just kind of happy as a clam, I think. Not ecstatic, but still doing really well for themselves. Yeah, two more years and he will be able to do all of the things. Okay, let's pause the tavern so that Minkus isn't just socializing by himself. Oh, to put Lenny in your pocket, he will shit in it. True. Where's Toad Lenny? Lenny, too, the dumber frog, is having a wander around the tavern by the looks of it. Imagine clams are pretty happy. No taxes underwater. Yeah, apparently things are just better under the sea. There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea. Oh my god, why are all these geese in here? This is specifically for jabberers and cave dragons. Geese are just an absolute menace to society. Okay, here we go. Ooh. That, I'm sure you all are familiar with that noise. Let's see. Zukla Ustuth Catfear the Spinner has been possessed. Okay, we don't have any burrows assigned. Good. Where is she going? She's an adequate spinner and also a novice weaponsmith and a dabbling blacksmith, so she might end up seizing a forge. Okay, yep, she seized a forge. Let's see what she, you know what? We'll let her cook. Actually, you know, show mood. She wants to become a legendary weaponsmith, but not really. Okay, she's already got one metal bar. Let's see, what metal has she got?
Thank you for inserting your tip.
Bribe to name one of the toads Tatiana and then slaughter it.
Very well. Okay, what metal do you have? It doesn't say. How about now? Bronze. Okay. Do you have a preference? Okay. Ooh, okay. She likes large serrated discs. Something tells me she's about to make a bronze large serrated disc. If you don't know, that's a trap component. Think of it as basically a giant saw blade. And she's about to make one out of bronze, probably. Ooh. I see, I see. Say no more. This one here is... Okay. Tatiana, the giant stray cave toad. Set to be slaughtered. Oh hey, the goblin beast hunter who we already know is a thief. Oh. Oh, okay, you know what? I want that mace. This is a steel mace. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. This object is adorned with hanging rings of varicite, electrum, and green jade. On the item is an image of the primal stardust amulet in giant bat tooth. That's very cool. Alright, we're gonna lock up the vampires, and we're gonna let this monster hunter in. I think last time we actually found out that this is one of the actors in some kind of plot. Well, I don't see anything right now. But let's schedule an interview for this goblin beast hunter. Space Pants, come on over and interrogate them. Yes, Stinky Poo Poo is still alive. Okay. While that goblin is still coming in, I'm gonna check on Minkus. Minkus is still socializing. Okay. We're just gonna delete the tavern then. Apparently suspending it is not enough. Okay, forging a silver warhammer. That should make him feel better now that he's got something to do. What was their name again? I don't know. I did slaughter a lot of toads. Okay, satisfied at work. Good. Let's prioritize the creation of the farmer's workshop. Hi, Clanadev. How you doing? Good to see you. Bonus points. One of your other girlfriends was refused from a plane today and had to go. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's awful. I hate that. Oh, they're stuck in the burrow. Oh, that's why. Okay, okay. Okay. Pause the burrow. Ah, okay. Going to go make mead. A goblin prophet has come to visit. Interesting. Yeah, it seems like you've had a hell of a day. That is incredibly fucked. Okay, looks like Minkus is just kind of making a big old barrel of mead here. I called it. Zukla Ustruth Katthir, the spinner, has created Thebil Berim, a large serrated bronze disc. She offers it to the Doom of Figures. I'm so sorry. I know that it's definitely it is very difficult sometimes, especially in the moment, especially if you still feel vulnerable. We're here for you in whatever capacity we can be. Feel free to plug your Ko-fi again. This is a large, serrated bronze disc. All Craftsdwarf ship is of the highest quality. This object menaces with spikes of bronze and giant cave toad leather. Alright, it's officially part of the fortress now. Okay, we've got a lot of fuel going on now. All right, we're definitely going to interview that prophet, though. Oh, the prophet left as well. I guess we are a non-profit organization. Why is no one moving the jabberers? I feel like we need someone who is specifically related to animal care. You know what? Yeah, the elves should be pretty good at this. I'm surprised that we don't have more elves on this. We've got some of the farmers on this as well. It's important to have like dedicated crafts dwarves to towards doing a specific thing. Oh hey, here we go. Get those jabberers in there. While we're at it, another animal training zone specifically for that pasture. All right, folks. We're going to take ourselves a quick little break here. Everybody get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, do whatever it is you need to do, and we will be right back. All right, everybody. We're back. Thank you. Okay, looks like Tatiana the giant cave toad is dead, so you're welcome, Ash. I'm gonna butcher up some of these chickens as well, because they are getting quite numerous. Oh yeah, there we go. Tatiana has been slaughtered, along with 23 other giant cave toads. Oh, there's some zombie trolls out there. That's not good. Let's get the military out there. Oh shit, yeah, we've lost a dwarf. Ah, damn it. Oh, okay. Burango out here just lashing away at this thing. It's dead. Okay, it's mangled. Good. Okay, so scourges are, yes, edge weapons. But even if it is silver, it is still an artifact scourge, which means it's still pretty damn good. Okay, at least the corpse is mangled. I could actually put a coffin in there then. I don't know if we'll be able to find all of these bodies, but it's worth a try. bunch of giant cave toad skins came back to life. Horrifying. We're making a whole lot of good ammo. Now that we've got fuel again, I'm gonna make sure that we make some silver warhammers specifically over here for the vampires to grab. On top of everything else. Uh-oh. I don't even know what that item was, so... You died in Fungatu, encountered needles, and he shared his heroin with you. Had to cut off your arm and died to a basic moon scorch because you run away from them. It's kind of a bitch, you know. Uh-oh. What is Mia's fighting? Ah, giant cave toad skin. Naturally. Cloud of devilish glue. Yeah, Karen is an interesting creature. Has your elf died yet? Nope. Your elf is good. Feeling ecstatic. Finished up some work. Blissful remembering dining in a legendary dining room. You are apparently... You have 3 children and a spouse, none of which are in the fortress. Let's see. Yeah, you're just being an industrious elf. Like, look at you. You've got earrings, you've got amulets, you've got a crown. You've got 2 crowns. I believe your character wasn't lesbian. I know, right? But there's only so much that I can do in that regard. Your character is, however, bisexual. Because Mystic will marry males and likes females. I want to say that almost goes without saying, considering, you know, elf. Name the Olm Spaghetti. As you wish. Your name was Equal Earn. It is now... Spaghetti. Okay, yeah, we found the Boya dead out on the ice. Okay. How's Tara? Good question. She's ecstatic and currently giving water to, Okay, so there's no one in prison for her to give water to. Oh, wait, there's nobody in jail to give water to, but, she appears to be stuck. Is there enough water here? Okay, let's refill that well. And while we're at it... Okay, we've got a couple of silver warhammers in there now. So we are going to lock those doors. We're going to allow the vampires a chance to re-equip themselves. Okay, Jack is looking for something to get. Provisions, okay. Zelda's very EP, is what she do. I do find it funny that despite the fact that none of them need food, they will still attempt to get provisions. Nary, where the fuck is your hammer? Stamina. Okay, okay. Okay, so you have a particular one that you Jailer Bitter the Dour Suitor. Okay, currently being wielded by Jack. Jack has stolen Nary's hammer. Okay, okay, I see how it is. All right, I'm just gonna have her pick up a new Silver Warhammer. Confirm. I don't care if it's the one that you were attached to or not. The important thing is that you have one. Same with you, Burr. What the hell? Okay. Are you attached to a hammer that you are not able to get a hold of? Salol Nessa. Also, you know, somebody else just already has the one that you are attached to. New weapon. Warhammer. Silver. Confirm. Okay, he's going out to grab new weapons. There we go. Brand new Silver Warhammer. Right, and they're just like, that one was mine, you son of a bitch. Okay, now the reason I wanted to make sure that they were all properly equipped is because I'm going to send them to a very special mission. Nary, for fuck's sake. Ugh, fine, we'll deal with that later. We're going to send them over here. You may recognize this. Okay, okay. It's time to give the vampires some more aquatic enrichment. Some migrants have arrived, despite the danger. We are up to 133. Very cool. They're already in, and they're already making themselves at home. Okay, we've got a couple of peasants now. We're gonna leave them as peasants just so that they can do whatever is available, you know? Okay, Minkus has transformed into a were-bison. And you know what that means, chat. That means that it's time to move Terra into position. Oh, no, wait, okay. Must have turned back fairly recently. Okay, we're gonna... Okay, conjugal visit. We assign Terra to the conjugal visit burrow. Hope she gets over here in time. Mm-hmm. Okay. Gotta run to get that D. Exactly. Alright, so. Okay. We pull the lever. And then once the, uh-oh. Okay, go see Fisher Dwarf put to rest. I heard somebody once being like, you know, my yeah, trying to cover up for one of their their bros being like, what does that mean? She wants the D, and someone was like, oh, that means, you know, the diamond. Obviously, in this case, the D clearly stands for dwarf. We're equipping every teamster with a bear. Sure, they may have gotten swole from their military training, but it doesn't hurt to make sure that each of them, you know, has their own bodyguard, because they're going down into some really dangerous places. They're going to the caverns. They're going where all of the vault shit may be. You have a second beast. I don't see why not. We have an abundance of bears. We also have let's see. We could spare you a Jabra, I think. Yeah. We've got bears. We have I want to save the jaguars and leopards until we have more jaguars and leopards. But honestly, like the Jabras are pretty badass. They were also very expensive. Jabra hen ideal. You got it. Okay, now we just release any pet that has a name. Oh, there's a whole bunch of adult grizzlies that have yet to be trained. You start editing your story tomorrow? Oh, hell yeah. I hope you can, yeah, once it's, if you need any notes at any point, we've got all sorts of people in the Discord who could offer some useful feedback. Okay, so where are you, Barango? There you are. Okay. You currently have a pet hen and one Jabra. Let's give you a second Jabra. Okay, this one is sitting on eggs, but they're not fertilized, so I will allow this one to get up. All right. We will put the cave dragons in here. That's so many dragons. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 new dragons. What a haul. Oh good, more lignite. Wondering how it would feel. I know there are parts just wrote down a sentence even though you don't think it was good. Sometimes you just kind of gotta, sometimes you have to just push forward. What the hell is Terra? Okay, Terra is sleeping out. Okay, she's going to sleep before she gets into her burrow. Okay. Okay, she is blissful after sleeping in a very good bedroom. All right, we are gonna make sure that she is okay. You know what? We'll wait for Minkus to turn into a werebison, and then we will get Terra into the adjoining room so that when he turns back, he can be ready for her. All right, lock that up. We allow Minkus to come out here and process plants. And then if we process plants, then that gives Minkus access to more drinks. Turn cranberries into wine. What a snowstorm. Okay, yeah, you know what? Having the vampires just kind of stand there when I don't need them to is probably a bad idea. Let's go put them back to training. Neri stubbornly refusing to pick up a new hammer. Yeah, it's not it's never an easy thing. Just yeah, it's never an easy thing to bare your soul like that to somebody, but I think it's worth it. Sometimes you have to put yourself out there, you know, take a little risk. Already asked someone, asked some people about how to write someone that uses slurs. Ah, yeah, Two Flower is one of those people who has, you know, tackled that kind of thing in the past, and usually how he's done it is he's usually like either bleeped it, or in the case of slurs, now he just like does parentheses and is just like, you know, transphobic slur, homophobic slur, slur that has not been used since the 1800s and you're not even sure is a slur. And it's just like, you can the rest is left to imagination, and that's okay. All right, well, while we're waiting for the ice to melt, got a little digging project here. The Mummy Slayer has named their wooden shield. Hi, Mono. How you doing? Did you enjoy Eldening the Ring, and did you enjoy doing some art? I've made you sensitive to it. Wonderful. Look at all that snow. Isn't that cool? Literally and figuratively. Splash damage. Mono, you are not one to talk. For example, if I were to pick up this resistance gripper here and just imagine yourself being slowly squeezed. See, I believe Barango because she said she correctly said that she is a switch. If one says that one is not a bottom, you know, that's the denial that you don't take seriously. Oh, they. Okay, my apologies. Surprisingly, Gorilla Grip was not what got censored there. Alright. I'm putting out a whole bunch of these spike ball traps, just as a way to deter any zombies. It's worked really well across the bridge. I'll look at the combat logs occasionally, and I will just see that that a zombie fox has tried to run over it and has once again just been absolutely pulverized. Uh-oh. What is the Forgotten Beast fighting? Okay. Just the local wildlife. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna put a dorm room here and a dining hall. Just to give our dwarves something to... Yeah, we can put a temple there. Maybe a food stockpile. That way, if they need to come down here for anything, they aren't necessarily too far from home. Maybe some space for a workshop or two to make some essential materials. Things like, mechanisms and, maybe some bolts. I'm tempted to dig into more of these things. We'll do it one at a time. Actually, that would just obliterate one of the gems. Do it there. Hi, Brazen. I'm sorry to hear that you're awake for no good reason. I hope you are able to find a way to get yourself back to sleep. Okay, Minkus is a were-bison. Move, move, move. Okay, Tara is making charcoal. Why is she not obeying the burrow commands, though? Have a good night, Adept. Thanks for being here. Okay, she's going off to make charcoal, but where else? You know what? Screw it. We're doing this in the name of love. Well, mostly love. Okay, Minkus has turned back. We're going to move this fellow dwarf out. Okay, and then we set the tavern back up. And then we let them out. Okay, here we go. All right, the two of them should be ready to talk to each other then. Other news, you squimped to join a new D&D group a few weeks back. The issue of tiefling breast milk came up, and the DM revealed that he was the one who asked Ed Greenwood about it. Yes, buttermilk and cinnamon. That got brought up during one of my other donathons. Okay, looks like Tara is socializing and drinking. Definitely saw one of the other people bring it up. Okay, you know what? We're gonna lure Minkus back in here with the promise of making a silver warhammer. Yeah, it's important for lore reasons. Exactly. Okay, now Tara is reciting some poetry after having gotten drunk. And looks like the two of them are talking to each other. Perfect. Flavor wasn't the issue, it was the third unconnected campaign where a player brought it up. God. There are a lot of people that ask about it. Oh hey, the river has melted. Okay, so now we're gonna bring the vampires out here. I'm gonna do them a little bit of mental enrichment. Before we do that, let's make sure this dwarf is out of here. I just think Karlak's neat. Me too. The vampires are in desperate need of learning something new. And we also need to fill up the water supply in the hospital. Ah, it looks like the flood has already opened up. We are gonna make sure that those hatches are closed, so the hospital doesn't flood too badly. The hospital is already flooding to a degree. Okay, here we go. The hatches are now fully blocked off. That area is not blocked off. Oh shit. Okay. Pull that lever real quick. Okay, okay. The supply is cut off. Good. Okay. Okay, once the water is out of the way, we can just... Okay, so there's not that much water. It's fine. Diana has created a masterpiece phantom spider silk cloth. I do love that we have some wonderful materials specifically from an evil biome. And they're getting some good use here. Let's make some head veils. And some cloaks. We're gonna start making some fashion for the spring. Okay, all of our grizzly bears and dragons are trained up. Okay, just gonna pop whatever rock that we can directly in that that area. Yeah, I don't want to flood the entire fortress yet. I did have a plan at one point to potentially make a whole team of like really strong dwarves and then like drown them and trap them. But that idea is not practical. Because there's no guarantee that the zombie in question will fall for any trap that you put down. So you cannot really control them very well. And there's no guarantee that they would be any they wouldn't be any use, you know? Sure, turning them into a zombie would make them a formidable fighter, but it's not a there's no control to them, you know? Uh-oh. Well, the Teamsters has been found dead. What the hell? What killed them? Giant wolf? You know what? It's fine. There's some really good health benefits with the Teamster plan. Ah, that giant wolf corpse. Hi, Goopy Slime Bear. Welcome, welcome. How you doing today? Yeah, can we get the military out there to kill that thing? This is why Doomslayer is so dangerous a place. Doing alright for the most part? I'm glad to hear it. Okay, the military is coming on out to kill that zombie wolf. It has gained the nickname Saffron Flays. What a name. Oh, now it's going to be destroyed. Just another one of our, just another one of the kills to our name. It's been, yeah, even if we don't necessarily get a whole lot of glorious kills, we have done a whole lot to significantly reduce the population of zombie woodland creatures in this area. And that, if nothing else, I think is a significant development. You know what? I'm just going to put the other two vampire helpers in here too. They could use some enrichment. They're going to practice drowning. I mean swimming. Although, you know, we all know vampires literally cannot drown. It's a lesson that takes time to sink in. Yes. Yeah. Fortunately for our vampires, there, you know, dwarves technically learn swimming really fast, but they also generally don't live long enough to utilize that fact. Most of the time, they just die before they're able to learn anything. I'll just be like, aha, I'm good at this now. Blah. An eclectic mix of furniture down here, but it'll be useful. Alright, let's get a not a scoop, a mechanics workshop. Yeah, we'll definitely want some craft dwarf type stuff down here. Okay. So the water is coming on over. It'll round this bend, go down this chute here, and then just splash directly all over those vampires. It'll also wash off any goblin blood they've got. That is a lot of vomit. I heard of a game called TR49. I cannot say that I have. Let's see, currently on sale for $5.59. World War II computer, an archive of lost books, a world-changing secret. Narrative deduction meets audio drama from the creators of Overboard, Heaven's Vault, and A Highland Song. Interesting. Okay, the water is pouring on in. Now we just wait for this area to fill up. Hi, Jaunty. How you doing? It's good to see you. Alrighty, have a great night, Jamie. I will see you soon. Take care now. Speaking of Jamie, let's just quickly check in on her dwarf. Currently, bringing in the crops. Doing very well. She's got a ring made of lead. I'm sure that's fine. Don't worry, lead is not poisonous in this game, mostly because they haven't figured out a way to make that work. Okay, we are getting a little bit. Okay, we're at 3 out of 7, quickly getting up to 4 out of 7. There should be enough for them to start learning enough to swim. Oh, there we go. The XP is starting to rise. And this one is rusty at swimming, but I'm sure I'll pick it back up real quick. I could not find anybody in charge to comfort me. I feel so isolated. That's okay. You can build up swimming instead. Because yeah, they will at least get some satisfaction from learning how to swim. We're gonna get ourselves a nice little reservoir of magma. Actually, no, not there. That's not a practical location. We want it. We're gonna build up everything here and then have plans. I actually have multiple different plans, some of which are we're gonna start off with the safe ones, and then we'll get a little spicy, a little dangerous. Uh-oh. Okay. I forgot about Minkus. Minkus is now a werebison, and Terra is under attack. Okay, she is not cursed. So we're just gonna take her out of there. Yeah, luckily she's not. Yeah, we'll run one more curse check. She is not cursed. Okay, we got her out of there just in time.
Hey, bitch!
Hi, Black Dragon. How you doing? Worth it. Almost mauled to death. Let's see. Let's take a look at the different thoughts that Terra picked up while in there. Felt gaiety while performing. Delighted after watching a performance. So the two of them performed for one another. Annoyed after having a drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug. Felt euphoric due to inebriation. Interested after watching a performance. Delighted remembering watching a performance. Delighted watching one. Felt love talking with the spouse. And then terrified while in conflict. That reminds me. Okay. Is there a way to just... Is there a way to check if, Okay, so yeah. Catsplosion just, If we do Catsplosion list, all it tells us is the types of animal on the map that could, the type of creature on the map that could potentially get pregnant. It does not tell us if they currently are. Worth it. This is what I put. These are the lengths I go to make sure that our otherwise, to make sure our cursed dwarves have rich and fulfilling lives. Yeah, it is entirely possible that she could have gotten pregnant from that visit. Obviously not from the mauling, or potential mauling. Luckily, Terra is well trained, which means that she was basically prepared for the potential of getting mauled to death by a werebison. In my mind, I tried to write as he changed. It did not go well. Let's see, what was I thinking? Blah. Ooh, new hairstyle? Hell yeah. Got cool people in my Discord showing off their stuff. Love the nails, Tara. Whew. You might want to try you're also laying your hand more flat on the surface when taking the picture. Ooh, that looks really cool, Tara. I love the ends on those braids. Very ornate, very cool. I don't know if there is a fancy name for them. Okay, how good are you at siege stuff now? Master Siege Operator. Hell yeah. Let's see. Minkus is already back from being a werebison. And he is just not feeling well, though. Ambivalent after putting on a finely crafted item. Okay. Well, let's at least give him some more stuff to do. You can brew some more beer after you process those plants. Stylist just calls them beads. Fair enough, yeah, they are very cool beads. Ah, it looks like our dwarves let's see. Felt fondness remembering talking with a friend. Still worried. None of them seem particularly satisfied to be learning about swimming just yet. I guess we'll see. Content remembering near being a waterfall. I mean, this is a waterfall of sorts. Oh, another kitten has adopted Pablo of Doomslayer. Aw. Oh hey, the leopards are giving birth. How did they get in there? I put them in there. So they would learn how to swim. And you know, they haven't. It's true. You know, it is important to not go chasing waterfalls. You're so right, Sid. You okay? Okay. We're gonna shut that floodgate off. Yeah, that's definitely not a thing that you want to necessarily hear. You're right. Other than, you know, or just, you know, oh no, they're loose. Okay. The vampires should now all swim to freedom. Okay, there we go. Satisfied upon improving swimming. Not lately. Okay, you have a temple here, though. You could pray to Kekath if you wanted. Like, that is fully within your ability to do. Is that a... Oh, it's a zombie goblin. A zoblin, if you will. It's not the temple. I don't know. I'm not sure if it has to be a specific temple. 'Cause yeah, I've got a temple to no particular deity, but I don't know if that's just not good enough for him. Our new people are getting kind of good. You know, if we take a look at their skills, proficient fighter, novice spear dwarf. We're gonna put a couple of zombies in here, and we're going to see how they fare. Thanks for stopping by, Mary Astonishing. I hope you have a wonderful night. All right, we're gonna pursue some more of the these magma ideas in a second. But first, we're gonna take ourselves a little break. Everybody get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, do whatever it is you need to do, and we will be right back. All right, everyone, we're back. Thank you. We're gonna make ourselves a little something cool. First, let me check and see if okay. Granite is not magma safe.
Hello?
Oh,
It's a raid.
Zombie Giant Sponge! Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked, and today we are playing some Dwarf Fortress, because some plans changed. And it looks like the elves are mad at us. They will allow for 8 trees at most. Everyone go follow Zombie Giant Sponge. She is also a Dwarf Fortress streamer, among other things like Caves of Cud. Those are Those are the only two things I've seen her streaming, but very entertaining still. She plays in the she has greater fortitude than I in the respect that she plays using the original ASCII, which is honestly a thing to be a feat to be respected and feared. A lot of CUD and DF lately, it's true. Well, hey, I'm both very cool games. Let's see, okay. 2 elven trade caravans. We basically decided to befriend two different elven civilizations to try and find allies. We started off in a really bad position. We were under attack from a elk people bandit group called the Wavinesses of Blossoming. And it turned out that they were a zombie elk people bandit group that was being led by a mummy. That mummy eventually came to visit us, and we killed him. He brought his wife and a whole bunch of zombies, and ever since then, the zombie attacks have ceased. Alright, time to trade a bunch of unadorned iron bolts with the elves, and hope that they have some good animals to trade. Alright, good night, Tara. Have a wonderful sleep, and I hope to see you again soon. Let's see. Okay, fought with the zombie possum. Yeah, this place, the Fortress of Doomslayer is a very fraught place. It is full of all sorts of danger. It's a reanimated biome, and our civilization, the Doom of Figures, has no other sites in the entire world beside this one. And so we have been gathering refugees from across the world in the hopes of seeking a glorious death. TGS is an epic storyteller. Check out the Fortress of Room Carnage. A thing so famous it'll pop up on even modern AI-addled Google. Oh, I did not know. Very cool. Oh wait, let's not dig that out. For truth to your admiration. Listen, like there's, if something is true, then you should say it. There's no harm in taking pride in the things that you do. We're about to get a little spicy with some magma here to try and get ourselves off of fossil fuels. No other way to do it, exactly. Ooh, okay, we can be safe here by doing a little fortification in that direction. Yeah, we're gonna take things, a little bit more carefully ever since we lost multiple dwarves down there. There was a we lost several dwarves when a demon popped up in there, and we were just like, oh, deadly dust, how bad can that be? It turns out that the random syndrome that the demon had was bleed out of every orifice until you fucking die disease, which, as you know, is fatal in most cases. So was not very happy with that one, honestly. Let's see. They are willing to part with 12 trees. Yeah, if you want to check out the previous episodes of this fortress, you can go to my YouTube channel. if you want something to fall asleep to, or to, you know, see what other Dwarf Fortress content creators are doing. Oh boy, a hedgehog and a red squirrel. Good job, elves. Wolves cannot be trained for war, unfortunately. I'll take those barrels. Sure, I'll take a couple of head veils and hoods. Deadly Dust used to be even worse. Yup. Forum from 12ish is full of trickster forced dwarves to wash their feet. Yeah, I basically had to just flush that whole area out with water. But no matter how much we tried healing up the dwarves, they just died anyway. There was no saving them. Oh hey, a short skirt. One of our plump helmet people can wear that. Okay, we have 3 plump helmet people in the fortress, which is very cool. I used make own to add them, and now they just kind of help out. Man, these guys have even, you know, more mediocre stuff to trade. Man, I don't know why I bothered. Be about your business. Yeah, the other terrible part of Deadly Dust is just how much it slams people around. So even if they do want to get close, it's just it's not feasible to get them into melee. Let's see. We are almost at the bottom of the map, but we have yet to find the delicious candy. Still, having the magma is useful, and the gems are a nice indicator. We have a ban on certain exports. Ooh, artifact time. Golan Solon Einard, the siege operator, is taken by a Fey mood. I love that for us. What kind of skills do you have? Engraver. Okay, so like nothing particularly like military based. Craftsdwarf workshop. Okay. We're probably gonna see some cool piece of jewelry. Maybe a toy. Alright, everyone ignore the elves. They brought terrible things. Get back to work. Everyone on Twitch is so brave, I lure forgotten beasts with a restrained guinea hen under a bit of ceiling on a support connected to a lever. Oh, you know, I've been pretty safety minded here. Like this gem wall, I built a wall around it, dug in from the top, and I have 5 bolt throwers ready just in case something evil emerges. Multiple evil things did emerge, and it still wasn't enough to avoid losing multiple lives. Oh geez, that's a grizzly bear skeleton. Oh no, my hubris. in trying to, I don't like seeing animals injured. In my attempt to, in an attempt to guard everybody, they, the guardian animals have ended up becoming the very things that, they swore to defend against. Oh boy, well, let's see if the military can get up here before this bear starts killing everyone. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think that... What are you doing? Cannot just stand by. I will have my revenge. Against a zombie bear? Are you insane? Holy shit, he actually did it. Okay, and it's mangled. But, oh, look. The other grizzly bear is now a non-mangled corpse. Okay, fantastic. Wonderful. Great. Get yourself to a hospital. We're gonna bring the military over and we're just gonna sit by that corpse, though. Because it's gonna get back up at some point. I want someone there to beat it back down when it does. Such is life in the fortress of Doomslayer. We have a were-bison here who has his own little quarters to try and increase his own quality of life. And so that he can occasionally see his wife. Oh no, not again. The evil is emerging from this exposed pocket, a mite fiend. A very large, hairy mite. It has a twisting, jointed trunk, and it squirms and fidgets. Its silver hair is patchy. Beware its deadly blood. Okay, so that's not terrible. Plus it's trapped. That is like the third demon that we've dug out of this gem pocket. I'm starting to think this gem pocket is just cursed entirely. Okay. I'm gonna pop an iron floodgate here. So this marks, we first came here about 11 years ago, in the year 612. Considering that we have no other sites but this one, I think we're doing really well for ourselves. We have brought ourselves up to an illustrious set of numbers. You know, we have 133 citizens. We have fought numerous things, including a zombie giant sponge. That thing used to live in like this area of the river, and would just panic people every time they went to see it. It's actually been baked into part of our legends. Like if I take the opportunity to make a statue, we go specify image, historical figure, and we look for inched earths. I wonder if we can find it. Okay, it might not... I might not be able to create it that way. But it's definitely on some of our artifacts. Yeah, I have that effect on people. Absolutely. Okay, the cave dragons are nice and settled in. They've laid some eggs, but none of them appear fertilized, which is sad. Uh-oh. The Forgotten Beast, Utesh Thretel Sota, has come. A great blob composed of salt. It has wings, and it squirms and fidgets. That's it? Its name is Utesh the Fatal Oceans. It is older than recorded history, and, is made of salt. And has no special attack. We've killed worse things than this in our sleep. I have yet to see trolls attempt to break buildings, but I have seen a cave dragon break down a steel wall. The Forgotten Beast, Urithi Aina, has come, a great woodpecker. It has a long spiral horn, and it squirms and fidgets. Its dark, scarlet feathers are fluffed out. Beware its poisonous bite. Now that thing, that could be dangerous. It appears to be on a layer of the caverns that is blocked off to us, though. And there's like there's a Forgotten Beast down there that can fly and spit webs, so hopefully the two of them will just kind of run into one another. Oh, okay. Looks like one of our teamsters encountered the blob made of salt and just kicked it to death. Amazing. So, I mentioned this in Zombie Giant Sponge's stream, I think. But basically, the Teamsters are a group of dwarves who were trained up to, maximum, well, not quite maximum, but they were trained up to be, mostly trained up to be strong, to be at least pretty decent at combat, to remove any kind of weaknesses and improve their stamina. And then I retired them from the military and let them just carry boulders and such, because of the strength that they'd already built up, they were just absolutely fine, and in fact very proficient when it comes to hauling boulders anywhere. Or in this case, there's a teamster who is bringing an iron floodgate to somewhere. And because she is very strong, bringing an iron floodgate down 100 Z levels should be much less of an issue for her. She's also slow to tire, so she should be able to just take this down with no issue. You know, if all of the giant cave toads don't get in her way. Alright, Brazen. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Alright, these dingoes were endearing at one point, but I think we have to start culling them. It's just too many. They're getting in the way, and nobody wants them for pets. We cannot train them for war either. Look at her go. She's down 20 Z levels, holding an iron floodgate, and she's not even tired. Ah, it looks like that the dwarf who sees the Crafts Dwarf workshop is ready to make their artifact. Good night, Brazen. I hope you get some good sleep. But yeah, the fact that they were able to just kick that Forgotten Beast to death, I take that as proof positive that the Teamster program is a success. If we could get more of them, I think it would be good to train up more of them. If we could make them into intelligent undead, that would be even better. But that's not something that we can reliably do in a reanimator biome. Archangel appears to be fighting some dingo skin. Cool. That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself say. This Teamster is saying, I'm feeling randy today. God, imagine how much more effort it would have taken for just a regular peasant to have brought the to bring a floodgate this far down. They'd be struggling with it too. The next thing I want is some mine carts to bring ourselves up some magma. Maybe bring it upstairs so that we can dump it into a safe area and start making magma forges upstairs too. That's very much a future project. But right now we are getting the preliminary stuff underway for it. Let's see, does this Teamster... Okay, this Teamster does have a pet grizzly bear. Good. All right. Godan has created Agik Thag Alek Kesh, a malachite earring. This is a malachite earring. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with oval gypsum cabochons and pear-cut yellow zircons, decorated with chicken bone, and encircled with bands of oval malachite cabochons, giant cave toad bone, chicken bone, and steel. On the item is this object menaces with spikes of gypsum and chicken leather. On the item is an image of Tekard Dance Rims the dwarf in steel. That's an image of our queen. I like to take that as a portent. An omen that perhaps finally, our queen will show up. Okay, I'm going to forbid any mechanisms that are not magma safe. I don't know if all of these are necessarily magma safe or not. Not gonna chance it. Bring down one made of iron. Oh wait, mica. Mica is also magma safe, I think. Let me double check. Okay, yeah, mica is magma safe. Okay, cool. I can keep the mica one unforbidden. And then we link up this lever to this floodgate. Let's see, mechanism safety. Ah, okay. So we can specify that. Good. Okay. I don't have to forbid anything. I wish I'd known that earlier. I probably would have figured it out if I had simply read the interface. There's a lot of information there if you just bother to look. And then there's a lot more that the game does hide from you, so you never know. Some migrants have arrived despite the danger. Hell yeah. What do we have? We have a metal crafter who's 18 years old. 46-year-old siege engineer. Okay, let's make you part of the siege corps. Portent is such a great word, both omen and monster. I love the word portent and omen. I just love words in general. I love all of the types. I love building up my vocabulary. I love expressing myself as in as varied a way as possible. Ooh, a cook, nice. Damn, we're up to 148 dwarves. We have struck pudding stone. The Eternal Company, a doctor's guild, has been established. That's pretty big for the. Yes, we are up on the the upper end of this. Oh geez, I saw that we're back down to 149. We just lose someone. Shit, giant wolf attack. Well, easy come, easy go. I feel like putting some doors on the bridge and just kind of locking them when not in use. Yeah, some good heavy iron doors. We just cannot guarantee everyone's safety here. Still, I think the fact that our Doctors Guild is called the Eternal Company. I know that it's procedurally generated by the game, but I'd like to think that is not a coincidence. Because in the story, our chief medical dwarf has been studying the effects of vampirism and what effects it has upon the dwarven body, the full potential of zombie meat, and how useful it can be in sustaining a fortress. It turns out that a zombie does not necessarily experience rot, and the meat that it creates is perfectly edible as long as it is well preserved. And so, yeah, I don't think it coincidence that that our chief medical dwarf has decided to dub this this Doctor's Guild the Eternal Company. We're gonna make it adjacent to the library, and we'll pull out those two sections of wall, and we'll make them a It's at the very least would be exactly the kind of group you want to be eternal, right? I would love to get a necromancer book for the chief medical dwarf, because I feel like if there's anybody that that would want to extend the natural lifespan in such a way, it would be our chief medical dwarf. Mm. Sunstone. Okay. Very cool. Okay, the elven merchants have buggered off. The floodgate is not yet done. What are our metal stockpiles looking like? Ooh, okay. Got plenty of silver here. Now you might be wondering why exactly I'm making furniture for this guild out of silver. Or maybe you're not. If you are wondering, it's because historically silver was often used for medical instruments in like early days of surgery, on account of the fact that it was noted that it had some toxic nature when it came to microbial infections. And so whether or not it's still used in surgery in Dwarven society, having that nod to the previous culture of medical history, you know, a tie to the past as we look to the future, I think that's very cool and very suitable. Even if it's expensive, I'm glad that it has a silver lining. Okay, looks like we're digging out some of these gems because we can do so safely. Yeah, our chief medical dwarf has been deep in all sorts of lore, and I feel like let's see. The chief medical dwarf's name is Shem. I think that Shem is thoroughly impressed with what we've done here so far, but also wants to do a whole lot more. Shem fully believes that this place may be seen as cursed, but that's something of a narrow worldview. If anything, this place is truly blessed. You know, at the very least, it is simply a neutral fact of life that this place is what it is, and whether that's a curse or a blessing depends on your mindset. Let's see, I forget, like, what gender is Shem? She. Yeah, I feel like she, at the very least, sees it as an opportunity, if nothing else. An opportunity to learn and grow, and because we are here, we might as well make the most of what this place has given us. And part of that means part of that means eating zombie emu meat. Some of it means learning to get over your moral quandaries about making things out of elf bone. Some of it means figuring out how to fall in the river and drown, I guess. Some of it is about learning how to how to take a forgotten beast, deliberately turn it into a zombie, so that its already prodigious meat reserves become legendary meat reserves. Because if we are to seek a glorious death here, then we utilize everything at our disposal. And one of the first things to go is any squeamishness about using zombie meat. A gremlin? That's the first time I've seen a gremlin here. Look at that little guy. He's just a little guy. I would try and make him a citizen of the fortress, but I've already seen a blind IRL video that tells me why that's a bit of a pain. All right, have a wonderful night, and thank you for entrusting me with your audience. I really appreciate it. Take care and sleep well. Yeah, gremlins are apparently too small for any clothing to really be effective for them. And so if you make them into a citizen, they will just kind of rack up a bunch of unhappy thoughts from just needing clothing, and that's the kind of thought that you're not able to effectively banish. No access to hatch cover. Okay, then make one, I guess. Jacob's beating up a possum. I would say whose fool idea was it to make a fortress out here in the middle of a reanimator biome, but it was mine. It was my foolish idea. I have no one to blame but myself on that one. What's our manager doing? Okay, yeah, Brazen is actually getting to the work orders now. Too many goddamn toads. I know that, and unfortunately, this is not Frostpunk, so I'm incapable of ruling in abolished management. But I do that when I can in Frostpunk. It's just like, yes. Very, very, very cool, very based. Oh yeah, the very tiny little office that we made a work order at the very beginning. Rofa Eki Imaza, an elf scholar. Okay. 8 children. I guess that's what happens when you're immortal. You just have a whole bunch of children. Good. Train yourselves up, Diamond Swamps. Soon enough you'll be, relocating. After all, having just one squad of vampires is a good idea, sure. But I think we've proven that we can handle more than one squad. Okay, let's dig this area out a little. Make sure we've got enough room for the reservoir. So we're gonna channel on this spot, which will then get rid of that granite tile, which means that the iron floodgate will, with iron mechanisms, will be able to lift up and give us access to a safe little pocket of magma. And that's going to be the first test. The second one is I want to put a bunch of mine carts down here and fill them up with magma, and then bring them, like pump out the magma into another area. And then take the minecarts filled with magma, take them back upstairs, and dump them into a big old reservoir. Ah, that's actually a pretty good idea. I may have to use that. Yeah, have a good night, and thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. It's very, very cool to see you again. All right, let's see here. Silver doors. We've got 4 of them. Okay. I want you to finish digging that out. And then we can expand up here. The main reason that I want a floodgate there is so that I can close it once this area is full. I want to be able to close it once this area is full, because that way it'll stop any fire imps or magma crabs from coming through. Big old reservoir is hard with minecarts, but 2 minecarts in a 1x1 hole is enough for a magma workshop forever 4/7. Each minecart is... Yeah, I plan to basically dig a reservoir here, throw some minecarts in there, and then like pull them back upstairs and dump them into small reservoirs that I will build later. That way we can have forges upstairs and downstairs. Okay, if we build a hatch cover, just in case we ever need to access this again. Giant cave toads fighting. There was a lot of... Someone please get tanning the hides of all of these toads that we're slaughtering. Okay. Also, this way I can lock the hatch because no matter what happens, dwarves love, and I mean love, having new and inventive ways to die. If you don't expressly forbid a way for them to just like wander directly into the path of magma, then they'll just be like, oh yeah, cool, this area is, you know, a fun way to, you know, get to work. My skin is burning off. It is without fail just a thing that they will do. Okay, we have all the silver thrones. We're going to open this area up as the guild hall for doctors. It's important to be able to pass on the medical skills, even if a lot of the time it is too late. There we go. The Eternal Hall should be pleased with this. Why do you keep forbidding this? Probably those damn zombies. We got a lot of giant cave toad leather now. There's a fine material. Okay, then we lock that hatch. We channel away this area specifically. Okay, we've got a lot of good stuff here. This is the start of a very rudimentary it's a very rudimentary magma forge down here. But as we say, from small beginnings comes mighty projects, and from stout labor comes sustenance. My God. I am just trying to get the furniture put down. Yeah. I feel like this is why Shem is commissioning another steel chamber here. There's no real necessary reason to have it all like blocked off with steel, but it feels permanent. The idea of an enclave of vampires who are safely shut away from the rest of us to keep both us and them safe. You know, to keep everybody from trying to go and murder them, and at the same time making sure that they don't come along and drain all of our blood in the night. It is when people say it's a safety measure, you know, for whose benefit, the answer literally is everyone's. All right, we can now pull this floodgate. Someone pull that lever. Uh-oh. A damn zombie Kia's coming in? Really? Okay. Okay, once that lever gets pulled, then the magma comes on in, and then we can start digging out little holes to take advantage of it. There we go. All right, so it rushes in. We've got the floor blocked off, and this area is safely locked. So even if a magma crab or a fire imp rolled in now, there would be nothing for them to interact with. All right. Why is all of this suspension going on? You know what? The tavern has a lot of good access, but I'm gonna dig through here and put some doors in place. Just a good way to increase traffic flow through the inn into the workshop area. Okay. The Eternal Guild, the Eternal Company is now satisfied. They will be able to they'll be able to make a whole bunch of well-documented discoveries here now. I'm sure a lot of their I'm sure a lot of their medical notes will start with things like "Don't judge me." Okay, perfect. So we pull the lever, and now we are free to start tapping into this magma. There we go. That's a great place to start wrapping things up. Because now we can build magma smelters. Not only magma smelters, but magma forges. And this will be the perfect place to start smelting down all the ore that we find down here. Dwarf Bard Sacred Ghoul? It doesn't have to be directly over the lava. No, just one of the tiles has to be accessible to lava. Oh my god, Ash. I'm glad that I'm teaching you something. Okay, so yeah, now that the floodgate is closed, they cannot, none of the creatures can get in. We've got plenty of magma to work with down here, and and it'll be safe. Wonk to you too. Ah, we actually do have some anvils to use. Perfect. All right, so we have solved the fuel problem. Now we just need to get some of the magma upstairs. Space Pants, can you, okay. Yeah, once Space Pants is done eating, we can take this sacred ghoul for an interview. Just heard the lunch of heaven was the place to enjoy oneself. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. You've got an earring made of elf nails. That's not typically a non-sus trait. Space Pants, what the hell? I specifically have an interview scheduled. You're even set to do no other labors. specifically set you to do no other labors so that you could focus on your interrogations. Okay, here we go, here we go. Oh my god, immediately... Fool. Okay. Go interrogate the ghoul. There you go. That's a good dwarf. Grab that ghoul. We're gonna get some answers. We're gonna lock you in there until we have them. What says the intelligence? Subject's true name is Doran Craftbrushed. Subject revealed that in the early summer of 622, subject plotted to infiltrate the Doom of Figures in order to steal treasures and prepare a coup. You know, it's a good thing that we, good thing that we got that as well. You are going to jail forever. We're locking that door. Let's see. 244 days? That's nothing to an immortal being. Alright, folks. We made some really good progress tonight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all the cool things that make the algorithm go brr. A big shout out to my tier 2 subscribers, Valtteri and Fizzypuff. However you support me, it helps me make as much content as I can. So thank you once again for watching, and remember that the world is only as dark as we allow it to be. So light it up.